This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. So, before we jump into this ranked draft for Theros Beyond Death, I want to remind everyone that my content's sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their website by clicking on the link in the description below, and by clicking on the panel below on YouTube, or link in the description below on YouTube, panel below on Twitch, and it'll take you to the store and they'll know I sent you there. And now, I'm going to jump into the draft. Underworld Breach. That card is obviously insane and constructed and limited. You know, it's kind of hard to make it work. So, yeah, I haven't drafted this set nearly as much as I usually have this many weeks in. Missing a weekend of streaming, you know, took away a good 10 drafts probably, so. Man. I'm not a big fan of this pack. Yeah. Revoke Existence is better in this set than things like that. Cardboard Live isn't on. What's Cardboard Live? Should I know what that is? Yeah, it might be the Revoke Existence, which is really kind of sad, I think, for a first pick. You know, like Minions Return Impending Doom are interesting. Omen of the Hunt, you know, it provides you with fixing. I mean, you know, there's lots of playable cards in this pack. They're pretty much all decent playables. Oh, I need to get Cardboard Live then. Yeah, I used to have Tapped or whatever it was. What was it called? I don't remember what it was called. But there used to be an extension that did that, and now there's not. The person stopped updating it. I'll have to get that for tomorrow's stream. Anyhow, so this pack, yeah, I think I go with Revoke Existence. Yeah, I mean, I could see taking like Omen of the Hunt, maybe, but Revoke Existence it is. Okay. Well, we have a Final Death here, which is quite good. These three cards are all pretty good, though. Like, these are really good. Build Around, Signpost Uncommons, and Nessian Hornbeetle is a nice little 2-drop. But, you know, this pack is way better than our last one. I would have taken all 4 of these cards. The Catoblepis, Final Death. I would have taken all of these over Evoke Existence. That just goes to show you how weak that pack was. Yeah, I would take the Chimera over it too. So, anyway, what do we want is the question. Do we just want to take the removal spell or powerful little build-arounds? It's a good question. I think I want to take Eutropia. I think the ceiling's high enough there. Yeah. This is another nice Signpost Uncommon, though probably not quite as nice as some of the others. All right, here I think we take Dreadful Apathy. It's a good removal spell, and we already have one white card. Doesn't really go with Eutropia, but ooh, Gray Merchant, huh? Now I wish I'd gone the black route for sure. It's kind of where I'm leaning here. The white cards here aren't that good. The Chimera is, but I like Gray Merchant a lot. If we can make him work, I think we'll be happy. Cetessan Training is pretty nice. The black cards here aren't anything special. Yeah, pack 1, pick 1, revoke was ugly. I think there, you know, I could see arguments for other picks there, but none of them were very exciting. So, we have to choose here between a kind of mediocre white card and a pretty good green card when we have a bunch of other stuff going on, or, you know, a mediocre black card. I think I'm going to take the pretty good green card. Seems like the right place to go, right? Okay, do we want... We can take the... Evangel, or Triumphant Surge. There's also the Omen of the Dead. Green card here is not that good. I think the Surge and Dawn are both better. Dawn Evangel. So word I learned from Magic, and I always say it wrong, which is funny because I'm a historian of religion, and I say evangelize and evangelical correctly. But I don't say evangel correctly, and I can't shake it because I learned it when I was 10 from a Magic card. Anyhow, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go here. We could actually end up being like green-white splashing blue for Utopia. I wouldn't hate that. So yeah, we'll take it. Okay, so we've got an Omen of the Hunt, which would help us splash. The Grove Dancer is fine. Pious Wayfarer is fine. I think I might want the Omen. I'm having the desire to be green-white and play Utopia if I can help it. So let's do that. Let's try anyway. Okay, well then there's this pack, which has mediocre green cards and a pretty decent couple of blue cards left. But maybe I should just take the trick. I don't know. I'm gonna take the Lionfish. I think it's enough better. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the Leonin. Alright, so do we want another Omen? Well, yeah, we probably want one of these Omens. Yeah, religion is fascinating. And English is weird. I like how you can spell fish like 30 different ways and still pronounce it fish. Good old English. So, I kind of think I want to grab another Omen here and the green one, and that way I can sort of be locked in on this plan potentially. Although the white Omen's fine, Hero of the Pride's fine, but I like picking up this fixing. It makes me feel, ooh, yeah. And then we just get another Omen anyway. Yes, please. All right. Flicker of Fate. What will we be able to do with it? Well, it can draw us a card. It can trigger our Utopia again if we have an enchantment and trigger our Omens again. Seems like it's going to be reasonably useful. All right, take the Seaguard here. I don't hate Shambling Sentry. Doesn't look like Gary's going to happen, though. English does make no sense phonetically. When you say why, do you mean like looking at it linguistically and historically? Like because of the whole French combined with the Germanic language thing? Anglo-Norman and all that. This is a nice card to splash too if we end up somewhere else. Here I think we want the Warbriar Blessing. It's been pretty impressive. And our deck has an enchantment theme already. So, yeah. Warbriar Blessing it is. Archon. I do like that Archon. It's a little bit late game, but it's some pretty impressive late game when you have plenty of enchantments. That's true. The Temple may have helped. That is true. I think Warbriar Blessing's enough better. Especially when we have two Omens. So yeah, I think we grab the Archon here. Ooh. Okay. I think we want Destiny Spinner more than the Binding of the Titans. Yeah. She's pretty nice. Yeah. So, Transcendent Envoy. Right now, in terms of auras, we've got Setessan Training, Warbriar Blessing, and I think that's it. But it is good with those. It's a decent flyer. It's also an enchantment. Even though the only card we have with Constellation right now is one we're splashing. Oh yeah, it is, I'm sure, a challenging language to teach. Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, I've had to learn other languages for my degrees, and you know, you're like taking classes with Americans, and they talk about they think the other language is so hard, but that's just because we grow up with our language and just kind of know it. And so other languages seem hard because it takes a lot more work, but they're so much easier. Like Hebrew is an incredibly easy language to learn once you get over the fact that it uses different alphabet, you know. So Alceid of Life's Bounty is nice. So is Daybreak Chimera. Thank you for the resub, Twilight Pony. Yeah, I guess I'm on about a year now of streaming, at least intermittently in that year. So yeah, Alceid's good, but I think I might like the Chimera a little more. You think Hebrew is harder to learn than English? Alceid protects Eutropia, it's true, and everything else. How did I end up teaching Reconstruction? Well, because there's only so many historians around at one of the schools where I'm teaching, and they needed someone to teach U.S. history, and I'm like, sure. So that's why. You do need to learn the gender of everything, but that's true in almost any language that isn't English. And I think the difficulties of English outweigh learning gender of things, personally. Anyhow, this pick. Yeah, I think I'm going with the Chimera in the end. I do like the Alceid, but I like the Chimera a little bit more. Ooh, Mystic Repeal is probably what we want here. It's just so good. So good. It just gets rid of so many things. Man, this pack. You have to carry around a conjugation book for French, but almost every word follows very strict logical rules of conjugation in French, whereas in English, every word has word forms that don't make sense. Okay, that's an exaggeration. But there are lots of irregular words and verbs, especially in English. And I guess I'm going to take the Lantern. It's kind of main boardable, I guess. I could take a random blue card since we have Eutropia. I mean, I could take a Lionfish, but maybe we run a Lantern main board. I don't know. Okay, so here, there's a Traveler's Amulet, which would make splashing even easier. There's also an Indomitable Will, which is a nice card, but I really like Relentless Pursuit. Granted, I guess we don't have a lot of graveyard action, but I think I'm going to go with it anyway. Some pretty good card selection there. Okay, so we probably take one of these enchantment dudes. French does have a bunch of silent letters, redundant letters, as you say, but again, they almost always follow the same rules. So as long as you learn those rules, you're fine. Whereas with English, you can't really learn hard and fast rules. Yeah, I guess I'm going to take another Evangel. Did it. I have to think so hard to say it correctly. Yeah, we have a few auras. It'll come up sometimes. I mean, I think I'll like it more than the Courser most of the time. All right, Nexus Wardens. I'll take a Skirmisher. And I guess an Altar of the Pantheon. Now, to be fair, in terms of French, I have really only learned... I learned how to speak it, sort of, but I mostly only use it for reading, so... I am definitely not an expert on how hard it is to speak French. I can speak on how easy it is to learn to read with French. So, Moss Viper or Skola Grove Dancer here. That's what we come down to. This is an enchantment, but I think I might like Moss Viper a little more. I love Death Touch. I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Death Touch. Okay. So here I think we go with the Brawler. Nice little fighter. Is pretty good. Yeah. I like it a little more than Daybreak Chimera, especially because I already have one Chimera. It's a removal spell, so that's nice. Okay. So I think this time we see an Alseid, we're going to take it. You know, we already have one Envoy. We have two Evangels. And we have, yeah. So Alseid seems like a nice thing to have around. Ooh, Sentinel's Eyes is nice. I like having it in a deck that has some enchantment payoffs, and we do. I think I take it here, yeah. The Birth of Meletis. I haven't gotten to play with that card. I think it seems like a reasonable card overall. I've seen a lot of people hate on it. But, like, it seems pretty reasonable. It's a little slow, but it's basically Wall of Omens, but better. You get more than Wall of Omens. It just takes longer, you know? I think I like it a little more than Indomitable Will here. Here's another interesting card to splash, though. Man. Kind of makes me wish I'd picked up, I guess I can just take another Revoke Existence and not feel too bad about it. Remember our pack 1, pick 1, Revoke Existence? That was awesome. But I feel like the upside here is big enough that if I find a way to splash it, I'm going to do it. It might be challenging to find, but... yeah, take a Courser. Alright, here I think we take Daxos. And here I think we take a Grove Dancer. And here I think we take another Grove Dancer. And maybe I should have taken that removal spell. English, see? I said taked. And I'm a native speaker. Supposedly. Hello, Castleman Punk. Thanks for hosting me. Okay. So. Well. Definitely splashing Eutropia. Probably cut the Lantern. Probably cut one Envoy. Maybe more. Don't cut any of those. Might cut one of these. In terms of, you probably don't want the Sentry. We don't have any super sweet enchantments to get back with this, but even just getting back like a Cetessan Training is pretty legit. Yeah, splashing it seems pretty good. That, yeah, Rise to Glory. I've liked it when I've played it before. So how many auras did we end up with? That's an important question. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, that's not enough for this to be worth playing 2 of, I don't think. Probably also not enough for... maybe we leave one Envoy in, I guess. We have plenty of enchantments. That much is clear. We did not get any good rares, is the answer. We didn't even really see any. So a few more cards to trim. I feel like Nexus Wardens probably needs to go. Would I rather have a Courser than an Evangel in a world where I have this few auras? Probably not. I mean, 3 auras, it's going to trigger him sometimes. I probably, yeah, 2 drops is probably a place where I should be doing some trimming, I guess. Because I have a lot of them. I kind of like most of them, though. Yeah, we had kind of at least the draft started kind of weak. We ended up with a bunch of good uncommons, but we started with a pack 1, pick 1, Revoke Existence, which goes to tell you a few things about our draft. Man, all these mediocre cards. It's hard to make a decision. I guess Flicker of Fate is usually pretty easy to axe, but like, I have, how many cards do we have that do something with the Flicker? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sort of. Might be generous, but we'll go with 7. So, yeah, it's 7. Maybe that's not enough. And maybe the Birth of Meletis, yeah, it's going to get the axe. Even though, like I said in the draft, it's all right, but, you know, we got to cut a few things. And I think the Flicker gets cut. Yeah, Leonin is a little more aggro, but it does actually trade reasonably well with X3s and stuff. But yeah, he's definitely a card I'm considering cutting. Don't think we cut any of these 4 cards. We have some sweet 1-drops. I mean, I guess Relentless Pursuit might be easy to cut. It's not going to be as powerful in this deck as it is in some because we have 1 card that cares about the graveyard, right? So, I guess we have 2. Yeah. I don't know. That card selection's still pretty good. So maybe I just axe the Leonin in either an Evangel or a Courser. I mean, Omen of the Sun isn't great in our deck, to be honest. I think maybe these are both better in a world where we're not going wide. I think 2 Omens of the Hunt and 17 lands will be fine. They're not going to look like this exactly, though, by the time I get there. I think that'll be fine. I mean, we have, yeah. I think it'll be fine. I think I'm actually going to cut the Omen of the Sun. I'd rather hold on to these creatures than 1/1s. Our deck's not going wide on anybody, you know. So yeah, we're going to go to 1 island. That's all we need. And then 8 of each of the other colors. And I could consider going a little... cutting a land, but I don't know. Rise of Glory is not completely off the table. I just really wish we'd taken that Traveler's Amulet. I think it's... You know what? I think you might be right. That adding cutting a plains and adding a swamp could be worth it. But if I do that, I probably don't run Daxos, because he's going to be very difficult to cast early. But that's probably worth it. Yeah, then we cut a plains. Sure, let's do it. Let's see what our mana base does to us here. But I think we are in need of power, so it's probably worth it, you know, because we don't have the powerful rares or anything like that. That's a good point. Yeah, we have 4 auras, which I think is enough, but you're right. We don't have like an overwhelming number of them, but let's just do it, you know. We can hold on to it. Yeah. Let's just go for it. All right. See what happens. Makes me really sad I didn't take that Traveler's Amulet, but I don't have great confidence about this deck. I mean, I could see it doing well if our mana treats us nicely, but the lack of a legit bomb is, you know, not awesome. I always have a harder time cutting cards in the early part of a set than I do in the later part, and because I missed a weekend of drafting and my work schedule is crazier than usual this semester, I haven't drafted as much. So I don't have as good of a feel for the cards, admittedly, as I usually do. This is a pretty decent hand overall. Do we want to play our Envoy on turn 2 or our Skirmisher? I mean, our Skirmisher can hit harder, but We might want a Dreadful Apathy something right away, potentially, I guess. And this does allow us to do that. If we don't draw land, I mean. Even if we don't draw land. So, let's go with the Envoy. Yeah, that is true. I mean, I do feel like so far this set is has some pretty good playables for sure. Okay. So far, they could be playing our exact deck. I think Shrug.deck is a good name for this. Okay, so... I think we attack, and then we're just going to play our own Omen of the Hunt at the end of their turn, most likely. Unless we feel like we need to Mystic Repeal something. It's kind of tempting to grab another Plains, but I think that's the wrong thing to do. Oh, we might want to Mystic Repeal that. Which makes me wish I'd played my Skirmisher a little bit, but... We can still Omen and then Repeal and play something else in our turn, so maybe that's just better. Alright, so play our Omen. See if it resolves. Does. So... Do we get an island? Or a swamp? Or another Plains? We do have another Omen. Getting a Plains would mean I can play my Chimera. Yeah, I mean, maybe the 2 Plains is the right idea. The reason I don't love doing it is the likelihood that I draw one of the 6 remaining Plains is way higher than me drawing a mountain, an island or a swamp. But I do have my second Omen, so I think I'm just going to suck it up and deal. Yeah. Alright, so... Let's attack again. And, yeah, I mean, I think maybe just playing our Chimera is worth it here. This isn't a huge threat right this minute, so... We'll go with the Chimera. Oh, that's fun. Interesting. I'm just gonna take it. There's no reason to take a risk there. Oh! Okay. So, here's our choices. We could use Mystic Repeal to get rid of Arasta, in which case they do get a 1-2, what's-a-who's-it? Spider. I could put Dreadful Apathy on Arasta, but the problem is her static ability is the real problem, and it'll still be doing stuff. So I think we Mystic Repeal it and just give them the value, because our Chimera can attack through it. Yeah. And... yeah, so we'll attack. So, if they had a trick, you would have thought they would have used it there. So, do I want to just play another creature here, or leave up Omen of the Hunt mana, grab a swamp? Rise to Glory doesn't actually do anything right now, is the thing. I think I'm going to play the Skirmisher instead. We have a bunch of enchantments, so... So right now, you're not an enchantment, so that's good news. This can just make 1/1s right now. Alright, well, now we know what we're putting Dreadful Apathy on, I guess. That answers that question. Question is whether they have counter magic, I guess. Let's hope they don't. Oh. I'm just gonna take 4. If they want to try to race, I'm kind of okay with it. It looks like they're about to use an instant here just to do more damage to me, which is exactly what we want them to do. Use it up. Okay, yeah, that hurts, but not enough. We're in pretty great shape now, because now they just have, yeah, green and a blue up, so we go Dreadful Apathy. And then we play our Grove Dancer too. And now we attack them even harder than they attacked us. Yeah, I can eventually... Yeah. Oh! So much for being in good shape. I mean, we can get back in good shape. We're just going to need a few turns to do it. Is the problem. Man. Okay, they have 1 green mana. I was going to say, I'm going to block now. Okay, so... If I attack with everything here, what happens? They can only block 2 creatures, but that means they only go to 4. Then they gain a bunch of life. So, I think we just play our Moss Viper here. What we're going to have to do is play the long game, which is not good for us. We're in such good shape. But now we have to get this back into our graveyard and cast Rise to Glory, which... Not the easiest thing to do, but I guess what I'm going to do is play Moss Viper. And just in my turn and plan on using Dreadful Apathy to exile the Destiny Spinner. Then at some point get a swamp and put stuff on Dream Trawler. But by then, Dream Trawler will have drawn them like... draw them cards, which is just great. Just great. Yeah. There's a 2/2. If only I dealt with that Destiny Spinner sooner. Oh, I should have blown this up in response. Then this would have been a 1/1. It's kind of a little punt there. Not a big one. Just a little one. Yeah, yeah. So I think we're just going to take this hit. We know there's a good chance they have a trick in their hand is the thing. So maybe I block with my Envoy. Oh yeah, it would have been a 0/0. God, you're right. That would have been really funny. Yeah, my Envoy's going to do its thing here. Except decreasing the cost of this in the long run would be pretty nice, but... Yeah, we're going to block. Okay. Doesn't that just help me? Doesn't that keep my Envoy alive? Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure it does just keep my Envoy alive. I'll take it. And you don't gain life. I'll really take it. That was a strange decision. Okay, so then we're going to do this. Let's just top deck our swamp here. Naturally. That's what we need. Okay, not quite. But we'll get there. Are they just dead now, actually? I think they might just be dead now. So we put Cetessan Training on our Chimera. And it makes him bigger. Yeah, I think I just win now. Just to be safe, I'm going to play Omen of the Hunt and get that swamp, just so that if we don't win... We'll grab this swamp. So, they're dead. Yeah, that Inspire Awe won us the game, basically. I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, they had a few punts in that game for sure. Makes up for all my punts so far. They very likely had that game, I agree. We were going to be able to kill the trawler, but only after it drew them 2 cards and gained them like 10 life, you know? Being in bronze, yeah. I didn't play ranked at all like last season because I don't normally play the older sets, and so I was just playing the other one. Oh yeah, it does have hexproof. How did I forget it has hexproof? Yeah, we were screwed. 100%. 100% screwed. Yeah, I had that. The trawler is my #1 bomb in the set. You'd think I would remember it has hexproof. That's what makes it so ridiculous. What's going on here? I'm just hoping it's not something with my connection or something. That's always fun. Shadow Cloak, I'm pretty sure it still targets if it comes back from another zone. They would still be able to use hexproof. Okay, I guess it's not my connection. Yeah, they would have had to discard a card, but like that they still would have been fine. Are we about to get another free win? No tattoos. Ooh, that's a good hand. Turn 4 Chimera pretty easily. No tattoos for me. It would have given me a chance to win the race, that's for sure. Yeah, drawing that Setessan training too, like, I don't think we had lethal without it. The way an aura works, though, is it, in general, is you cast the spell, it resolves, then it has to target something. So the only difference is when you bring it back from the graveyard is that it doesn't have to resolve in the same way, but it still has to come into play and then target something. Thus, hexproof would work. Yeah, I think we're getting another free win here. Yeah, their punt with Fog was definitely what won the game. You're not wrong. That's why you don't play Fog. That's why you don't play Fog, you know? Not allowed? What's not allowed? Altar of Pantheon with a bunch of gods is pretty, demigods, that is pretty funny. Gods and demigods. Huh, interesting. What's that from, Shadow Cloak? Interesting. What isn't interesting is this hand where we got a swamp. We are on the draw. That's pretty interesting. I was pretty sure it didn't work that way, but I guess I'm wrong. I think we have to mulligan this. All right, that's a keeper. Yeah, we'll stick a land on the bottom, I think. We could consider sticking the Archon on the bottom, but Okay, we're getting all our auras. We could put Sentinel's Eyes on it, but I don't think we want to do that. We may end up wanting to put Warbriar Blessing on it, depending what I see. Well, I guess that would have been what we did then. Okay. So we're gonna attack. You know, I kind of maybe should have used Relentless Pursuit there, but I think getting our foot on the gas pedal in this situation is a good idea. And I think I'm just gonna play another creature here. This is actually a good place to put Sentinel's Eyes. I could do it. I don't hate the idea of doing it. Yeah, let's do it. Blessing on Snake can be dope. There we go. Alright. So, what we're going to do here is go Warbriar Blessing. Attack with everything. And then let's reload. Losing Dreadful Apathy and Mystic Repeal is less than ideal, but, you know, okay. Man, I love how much faster Best of One can be. Lets me get a lot more drafts in, which I think is more entertaining for everyone, me included. Of course, that second one was fast because our opponent never showed up, but hey. Yeah, traditional draft can take like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I remember I had a stream where I streamed for 4 hours generally, and I could only do one draft because it was like 3.5 hours. They need to, I don't know. There's protection in this set, Rez is futile. It's back. Alseid has protection. It would have been funny if I had it in my hand here to show you, but I don't. It's a pretty good hand. Moss Viper. There's that card, which we ended up not running. Yeah, I did see that they're making it a limited basis thing again, which I think is insane, but, you know, whatever. I think I'm actually going to play the Skirmisher for now. Yeah, I also saw, though, that human drafts are coming to Arena at the end of the month, or by the end of the year. End of the month would be nice, but... We are 3-0 so far, Jay Dorfer. Okay. So. If I cast the Blessing here, you become... Yeah, 3... You become big enough to kill the Evangel. Look, I said it right again, maybe. I think that's a pretty good play. And I might as well attack, too. I'm sure they just block, but... Yeah, it is odd they don't just have Brawl all the time. Uh-oh. That's not an enchantment creature. We're gonna need an answer to that. Our Brawler can do it, but we're a ways away from that. So, I think I'm actually gonna go... and Destiny Spinner. And attack. Yeah, I have to pray for no enchantments. That much is true. I'm sure they're gonna play one, though. Yep. All right. We have all the removal in the world for enchantments, but it's not doing us a whole lot of good here. So the question is, do I attack with my Skirmisher here? Does it seem worth attacking with my Skirmisher here? Yeah, I think I'm going to. I can give it protection if I really want to, and then if my Skirmisher dies, I can actually get the Alseid back later. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. We have to find a way to kill this in the first place to have that matter at all. Yeah, they're just gonna take it. Makes sense. They don't have a whole lot to worry about right now. This should have been an enchantment for sure. Oh god. That's worth Mystic repealing at least. But we're gonna take 5 here and they're gonna gain 5, so I think we're way too far behind now. Yeah. So let's go ahead and Mystic repeal the Forerunner. Oh. Okay. Alright. Well, I think I'm actually going to attack here with all 3 of these. We don't have a whole lot to lose here, you know? We're kind of screwed no matter how how you slice it, yeah. Okay, so they're just taking the 7. I guess I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I think we're dead no matter what now. To have a chance, we needed to hit 2 lands in a row, basically. Yeah. We might just be dead straight up. Yeah, we are. Yep. Archon of Sun's Grace. Not easy to beat. Ooh. This is a spicy hand. Just gotta keep Eutropia alive. Just got a little spicier. And even spicier still. I think I'd play Eutropia next turn and just cross my fingers. I just think that's what we have to do. And against a black-red deck, maybe I should be a little more conservative, but... Okay, so... Especially because this is now in play. We basically have to play Eutropia, I feel like. They're going to take away a really nice card from us, too. When you can play Elspeth's Nightmare and your opponent has a 2-drop that you get rid of, and then you make them get rid of a good card, feels good. I just remembered that that can't hit creatures, so that was probably stupid. But hey, at least it goes to the graveyard. There aren't very many cards in this set that allow you to just discard, make your opponent discard. Well, I'm liking the looks of this. I could have played Revoke, it's true. So the question is, do I want to go all in on Eutropia or make a secondary threat? That's kind of what it comes down to. I think playing a different threat is better. Playing something else that I can make big is going to be better. Yeah, so I think we're going to say... And then attack with Eutropia. Yeah, I could have revoked, but I think doing what we did worked out better. I don't ever think revoking would have been the right move there, but I do think maybe not playing Eutropia was, even though it looks like it's going to work out. Yeah, let's do this. And I think I'm actually going to put the this counter on Eutropia. Ooh. Can't do it this turn, but that is nice. And then we'll put Sentinel's Eyes onto the Courser. And where do we put this counter? Eutropia again? Yeah. And then we'll attack. Am I going to regret not blowing up this familiar? Are they going to do something nasty? No. No, they are not. I don't think it's unplayable, but I guess in this format that has lots of solid cards, it's close to unplayable. But yeah. Okay, so this can sacrifice in response, but I don't think I care too much about that. We can just cast Revoke Existence on it. I'm guessing they sack it in response. Or they don't. Okay, so if I play Warbriar Blessing here, I can attack them for 10. Get the blocker out of the way. But I kind of feel like maybe it's a better plan to just hold on to the Blessing for now. In case they play an actual threat, as opposed to, you know, Irreverent Revelers. Ooh. That's nasty. I think we go with the Courser. Yeah. This doesn't hit as hard. But it's an engine, so... Plus we can get back Sentinel's Eyes next turn, etc. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's hope they don't have another Farika's Libation. I tell you what. Alright, that doesn't concern us too much. Okay. See what you did there. Alright, well, time to go all in, I guess, so... So I think we hold on to the Sentinel's Eyes so that if they play a non-flying blocker, we can still win. Because if they play a regular blocker right now, they can actually, you know, block. Alright, so there's no reason here. Well, I'm actually going to do this. See if they have Farika's Libation number 2. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That hurts my soul a little bit right there. That hurts my soul. That they had another one of those just ready to go. Alright, so... You two are never coming back, so... I guess I'll... let's bluff. Good. Are they dead? Not yet. Do we want to start putting things into our graveyard? I kind of don't think we do. I mean, I guess in a technical sense, it increases the chance I draw something. But because it's random, does it really? Ah. That's smart. Ugh. Well, I think we just hang back now. We've got them at 1. Come on. I wish I'd exiled cards now. I can tell you that much. Milled cards, that is. Attack me. That's my life. We've had some good luck today, at least. In addition to this nonsense. Oh my god. Well, if we ever draw black mana, I'm gonna be happy, I guess. But, man. Man. Morning, Mr. Shrand. Now they can just start attacking me, you know? Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I like that. And it's like, at which point do I attack with my Grove Dancer? I think that point is now, actually. I should have done it first, but... Get in there, buddy. They have to block, obviously, so... They can potentially block and draw a card, but if they do that, it doesn't kill my creature, so... Kind of okay with it. Hey DM Atheron, glad you enjoyed the videos. So, I think we want to leave the Blessing in for Rise to Glory. Yeah. More than anything else. could have held off on this just because, yeah, the board wouldn't have changed a whole lot. And then I wouldn't have had to exile stuff in the event they kill my Chimera, but... Yep, can't block that. There we go. That's the kind of thing we need. Mana Sink City. Five, 6, 7, 8. So playing another land here doesn't really matter. Alright, we got there. Oh, you're right. I could have played, made a land, and killed them. Good call. Good call. Punted there. Didn't get punished, though. So that's good. That's good. Not good that I punted, but good that it didn't bite me. That's a good question. What is the definition of punt in Magic? Because in football, you don't lose when you punt. So I'm not really sure how it makes any sort of sense. I know punting is when you... Yeah, but it doesn't really make sense when you really think about football. When you really think about it, it doesn't really make sense, but that's okay. This is a good hand. Would be nice to get some white mana up in here, but... It actually makes zero sense when you really think about it, because in football, punting is something you do as a decision, and it's tactical usually. You do it so that you decrease the chance of your opponent succeeding. You know? Doesn't really work. Doesn't really work. Now, you know, it's not a good thing. Anytime you punt, it's not so good. But it's not a mistake that gives the opponent an advantage. in football, it is not. It is definitely not that. Okay, so I think we're just gonna... How do we feel about a trade here? Kind of okay, actually. Okay. We're gonna Relentless Pursuit. Ooh, that's a good Relentless Pursuit. Our one card with Escape goes in the graveyard. And we get a land. And then what do we want? Kind of think we want the Alseid more. We do have a bunch of auras in our hand, though. And we can get back the Alseid? Yeah, let's go with the Evangel. Fumble makes way more sense, Manalik. That's not cool, man. Come on. Taking our Sentinel's Eyes. The good news is that card is mostly dead against us, but they did just get it. The bad news is they just got it in a situation where it's really good between my Evangel and my... Well, I also have my Archon, so yeah, they're really about to be mean to our graveyard. So maybe it's not such a dead card against us, huh? This is just going to be a 6-mana 4/4 now, more or less. Which, you know, it does have flying too, you know, so that part's good. They did just forget to exile something, didn't they? They did. They missed an exile, which I'm happy about. Okay. So, I think I'd rather put the training on my Chimera, so I'm going to go that route in my second main phase. And just attack with the Evangel here. I've said Evangel correctly several times in a row. I would like that to be acknowledged. Yeah, so we'll play the Chimera here. Probably going to play the Archon next turn. I know it only exiles and enter the battlefield, but they can exile other stuff whenever they want. I mean, they have to sacrifice it, I guess. Alright, well, that doesn't worry me too much, especially because I just drew Mystic Repeal like a big old jerk. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just... I could play the Archon this turn, but I think just getting this out of our way is gonna feel better. Hello, Icy Citrus Blast. And then we're gonna play the Training on our flyer. So now they can exile my graveyard, potentially, in the near future. We're green-white enchantments, which is the deck I've done the best with so far in this format. Ooh, that was nice. Very nice. Although we don't actually have another enchantment to back it up right this second, but that's okay. I'll take it. I can cast her after all. Yeah, we are 4 colors, but we're mostly green-white. No bombs. I mean, we have a lot of really good uncommons, as, you know, Eutropia, Archon, Alseid, Mystic Repeal show you, but yeah, we don't have a bomb. That much is true. Okay, so now they're going for the graveyard, which we knew would happen someday. Okay. Alright. Well, now my Archon has something to get back when it dies. Look on the bright side. Just good enough .deck. That's, I think we called it Shrug.deck. Somebody called it that when we were... And I don't think that is an incorrect name. Two drafts and Dream Trawler pack 1 pick 1. That does feel good. That does feel good. Play this big boy. Reach. Man. I could use an enchantment right about now. Okay. That is not an enchantment. Okay. Well. Get in there, Archon. We do actually have mana sinks, so I'm gonna play this. Are they mono green? Does that mean they have Nylea? Oh no! Okay, okay. They're just gaining all the life. Oh crap. Okay, well, I actually didn't have an attack this turn, so I didn't screw it up as much as I felt like I did, is the good news. I could have made this bigger, which I guess would have mattered. But, yeah. So, do I make this a 3-4? That seems like the ideal thing. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to attack with it that turn anyway, so I didn't miss out on a lot there, is the good news. Okay, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Alright, so, ooh. We can actually do it at instant speed. Making it a flyer is probably just better. Yeah, so play our Omen. Put this counter there, you make it have flying, take action, grab our 1 swamp. Now we can attack with both. Are they just dead? No. No. I don't know what world I'm living in where they're dead. But not reality. That much is clear. Oh, wait. Was it reality? No. Because they would have blocked one of them. Yeah. Yeah. They would have blocked one of them and blocked her and then just taken 5. Oh, good. More reach. Okay. We got there. Seems like Shrug.deck, as Atomic Squirrel called it, is doing well-ish. Yeah, the Trawler's pretty nasty. We managed to beat it earlier today, but only because of a number of mistakes on our opponent's part. We shouldn't have been able to beat it. Man, I mean, I think we keep the... do we? Maybe we don't keep this hand. If this were just an island, imagine that world, you know, where life is perfect. But yeah, I think we have to put it back because we have nothing early. And I don't like that. This is much better. We have everything early. What do I want to put back here? Might just be the Grove Dancer. Probably is, yeah. It's not a real 4-color deck, Jay Dorfer, and I've done it plenty of times, just not in this format so far. We'll play the Alseid. Gaining a bit of life early is nice. Granted, it's also vulnerable and can't get value early, but... So maybe something could be said for going a different route there, but... My deck's really just 2 colors, and then has 1 black card and 1 blue card. So I wouldn't really call it a 4-color deck exactly. To me, that implies, like... Man, we did it again. Got Eutropia and, kind of screwed up on, our mana. Yeah, Eutropia has carried at least a couple of these games for us. Rise to Glory hasn't really done anything. Oh, good. Okay, so... I think just attacking with my Envoy is fine. I think there's a decent enough chance they have stuff going on over there. Granted, I can make Moss Viper do some silly things. Ah, yeah, see, that would have been bad. Yeah, green does make splashing pretty easy. I want to see them try to put an enchantment on that. That's what I want to see. Man, that is not what I want to see. Looks like they may be mono white, which is always interesting. So, do I bother Mystic repealing an Envoy here? Those tokens are pretty legit attackers right now. Just attack with them both, man. Or don't. Alright. So I think we just end our turn. We'll take 3. Okay. Actual useful card. Not incredibly so on this board, but useful's useful. We can cast it, you know, unlike these two. Maybe we should have, you know, we cut Daxos because we made our white mana a little worse. But I guess it's kind of better to be playing this than Daxos. 3 mana is a big difference. And, but, you know, Daxos is probably better, though, is the thing. So that may have been a mistake. So Destiny Spinner can make 4 4s right now. So that's pretty nice fail case. Ooh. Do you get rid of artifacts? Damn, you don't. We're going to need our Revoke Existence. Okay. All right. Do I just go for it here? Make a 3/3 that can attack them. Make it one of my forests, because we have plenty of those. I think I do. I mean, I don't have anything else I can do that's meaningful. So, let's do this thing. They can tap it if they want, which is kind of funny, I guess. They're gonna do it. I think they're gonna do it. I wonder how that effect works once it stops being a creature. Will it actually remain tapped? I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will, but I couldn't tell you for sure. We'll find out. So, no attacks. Yeah, it will remain tapped. Thank you, Mana Leak. Take 3 to the face. Yet again. Destiny Spinner is a 3/4, and then I can give her protection potentially. That doesn't seem too bad. I think it's better than putting it on the Envoy. See what happens. This is one of those games where, like, it's taken our opponent a while to kill us, but we have been losing all along. You know what I mean? Okay. They don't even need to block is the thing. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, just take it. I mean, you're way ahead of me. Plus, Alseid makes life difficult for them. Anytime I see mono white, I start wondering if they have Heliod. Because, like, the other devotion to white cards, although the Hoplite is pretty legit if you're mono white, I guess, but I still think you would need Heliod to be 100% white. We can Mystic Repeal Heliod is the good news, I guess. So, you think they're going to let my land untap? So that they can tap Destiny Spinner now? No. They like tapping my land down. Land destruction. It's here. Ooh, this is nice. Although, less nice than usual thanks to escape, but it's still what we do. It is still what we do. Although they don't have the juice to escape it right now, at least. I mean, the Chimera is great and all, but Not enough of a reason to be mono white. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I had like 5 of them, I'd be like, you know, if I can consistently play this on turn 3, that's pretty legit. What do you think they put on top? Sentinel's Eyes? No. They want more tokens. Yeah, I knew you were being sarcastic, Slurp. I was just saying, you know, trying to decide if there's any truth to it, sarcastic or not. Okay, well. Decent-sized creature on the ground is something we were lacking. There's that Omen of the Sun. This has been a very slow death for us. Like, wow, you know? They basically get to pay 6 to gain 2 life, make 2 tokens, and scry 2. It's not ideal, but hey. I would take it. Ooh. Guess who we get to kill finally after suffering its assault for so long. We finally get to kill the Chimera. Thank God. Now there's a chance we could actually find our way out of this. Get out of here. That's right. You don't have a flyer anymore. Just a million tokens. Waiting on that blue mana or additional white mana. I guess we'd rather hit the blue first. Obvious, yeah. We are at 5. They have a Hero of the Pride in play. Now they can get back Sentinel's Eyes. I mean, it's not good. We're still not in good shape. Don't get me wrong. But, we could be alright, maybe. 3, 4, 5 attackers, 6, 7, 8. I would take... I think I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I gained 1, though. Except, yeah. I think I'm still dead. If they put Sentinel's Eyes on Hero of the Pride. Just too many attackers. I'm glad we killed that Chimera, but... Yeah. Yeah, here they go. I think we are dead. Oh, now even if we manage to survive here, like, you know, we're still dead. Okay. Most likely. Past the blockers. So, pretty sure I'm dead, but I'm gonna do this. We definitely want to gain 1 here, I think, more than we want to gain protection. Yeah, we're still dead, though. 6 gets through, and we'll go to 6. So, that's what I thought. Sad. Sad day. We'll let him hit us. Yep. Yep. All right. You know, if this deck manages 5 and 3, I would be pretty happy with it at this point. But better would be good. Better is always good. All right, I think we can keep this. Yeah. We do pretty desperately need a 3rd land. But at least we can play these. At least we can play these. Hey, we did it. Yeah, I think we're going to end up getting the plains. Because we have 2 double white cards, so... not a hard decision. Gross. So, they're going to get... It should also be revealing that. I'm not that good at Magic, Luicho, so I don't think you would need to be that worried. Okay, so pass to attackers. Omen of the Hunt. Take action. Grab a plains. Yes, please. A plains hath been grabbed. Ooh, then we hit black. That's pretty sweet. I think we just slam the Chimera here. Now, you know, we could play Courser and then next turn play the Chimera for a discount, but I think we just go for it with the big boy. So we know they have a Brawler, which is not ideal for us. Okay, so then we just go... Yeah, we just play both these guys out. This dude can't block. No, it has to block. That's it. So, I think we're just gonna leave stuff up and scry at the end of their turn. And hope we hit a 6 land for one of these big boys. Okay, so that's not ideal. Luckily, we can get rid of it. And we're just gonna do it now. Yeah, so we're just gonna take 3. Dude has to attack. Doesn't have to block, has to attack. That's what I meant. So what we really want is a land. I don't think we really want that at all either. So, yeah. Land it is. So... we're in pretty good shape here. I mean, even a Brawler isn't going to save them. Yeah. All right, we got there. Yeah, I figured you had Helliot in that deck, based on what I saw. All right. This will be the last game of this draft one way or another. We'll either be 6-3 or 7-2. My luck seems to have turned around over my last 3 drafts or so after a pretty ugly... I think we started 14-17 or even 13-17, I think, was our start. So we've had to battle back just to get above. And yeah, we just couldn't find a way to answer that flyer. I mean, we did eventually, but it was too late. So I think I can keep this. Oh, man. Our mana is biting us a little bit. It's hard to keep this one just because we can't play this or this easily. So I think we actually have to mulligan. All right, that's better. We're definitely putting a land on the bottom. Do we have more double white? We do have more double white. We have the Brawler, but yeah. I'll take this. Ooh. That guy's sweet. There's so many people who told me I was wrong about it and how it would just draw you lands and that's horrible, but like, it's not horrible. So, people really have a tendency to underrate cards like that. I think we're going to play the Flyer because we can't attack through it anyway with our Grove Dancer, so. Interesting. So they really want to hit an enchantment right now. Because they really need the, yeah. They need the lands. Okay, so I think I'm going to play Sentinel's Eyes. The question is whether I want to put it on the Evangel or the Envoy. The Envoy is probably just a better choice. I'm going to attack with both, though. There's really no reason not to. Yeah. Well, you know, we'll just play another creature. They hit their land, and they're probably going to play an enchantment. Yeah. That's what I figured they kind of had going on there. Because they were like, okay, if I can hit one land, I'll be fine on lands, period. And that's where they are. Okay, so we'll be able to play our Brawler next turn, which is nice. It's always tricky in this situation where I have neither of the cards I'm splashing, and it's like, which one do I want? Which of the mana do I want to grab here, you know? Death Touch is obnoxious. So we'll play our Omen. I'm going to grab the island, I guess. How funny would it have been there if it was like, draw your card. So we're just going to play the Flyer here. Because right now, I mean, that's what's getting it done for us. It's these Flyers, so. Okay. Well, that's going to give them some breathing room. Oh, wait, no, they don't gain the life yet. So it doesn't. No breathing room. Mantle of the Wolf. I was thinking it gained them life right away, but it doesn't. Yep. So I think we're going to scry with the Omen at the end of their turn, obviously enough. We're just going to take 4 here. Scry. Moss Viper it is. Yeah. Put the plains on the bottom and draw the Moss Viper. Okay, so I think, though, we play our Brawler here and kill the 2/3. And we just attack with everything. The token can kill the Grove Dancer, but that's fine. Yeah. If they kill our Envoy right now, we actually get our Grove Dancer back. Thanks to this guy. Yeah. They are going to gain life next turn, but at least they only have 1 zombie because they had to block with 1. Something's dying here, clearly. Probably my Chimera. I mean, it hits harder anyway, and they don't have to deal with me getting a card back. Which is a pretty good deal. Yeah. They wouldn't have had to deal with it anyway, actually. Ooh. So we're going to cast our Relentless Pursuit here. Yeah. Nice. Throw that Warbriar Blessing in the graveyard. Didn't want it anyway. I guess we'll grab a Plains. And that's all we get. Would have been nice to have the Grove Dancer in play right there, but, you know. So, I think I'm going to attack with my Brawler here, and the Envoy. If they trade the Hierophant for our Brawler, I think that's okay. They know we have this Plains, so we'll play it, and we'll play a Moss Viper. I'm a little worried. They have a billion cards in their hand. They're about to scry. They have a graveyard full of stuff. So even though we're at 16 and they're at 5, they are in the dominant position, I would say. Nice. Man. We need our black mana pretty badly, I would say. Because if we get it, we can get back Fairy Span, Brawler, and Warbriar Blessing. That would be completely ridiculous if we get to do that. That would be devastating for our opponent. We're going to take 3. Okay. We're going to hold on to this. Can we just win with our Transcendent Envoy here? That's the question. I hope the answer is yes. It's looking kind of promising. 6, 9, 10, 12. They can hit me for 12 right now. And I can block 3 of it if I really have to and still win. What else do they have? Ooh, they have Mogus's Favor. Yeah. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, as long as I block 3, I'm okay. And that's what we'll do, is block 3 damage. So I could block this too, but that seems like a really unnecessary risk to me. 3, 5... So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Block 3 puts me at 11. I mean, does 11 to me. Okay. Woo. I can't believe we got there. That deck won 7. Who needs a rare, you know? Who needs a rare? We just got there on the back of a Transcendent Envoy with which just happens in this format. Usually it happens with scarier creatures, but you know. 33 and 28. Look at that. We're at like 52 now. The goal is 60, you know, so